What's up, guys? Eggy here. It's been a little bit, been slacking as far as uploading. It's been another month again, and I don't know. Last video I felt like I did that like last week, and I looked again. It was like a month. But speaking of last video, we're like at 240 something on views, and I'm not mad considering we have 75 subscribers. So I'm happy that video did good, and you know, not doing any work on the car right now. But I just got out of work not too long ago. Changed my shirt, so y'all don't know where I work. Mind your business. But we got parts. We got more parts. More important stuff. Valves. If you guys remember, I had trouble getting valves. I had the SuperTech. I have SuperTech intake valves, but for some reason the exhaust valves. Well, not for some reason. It's just because they're on back order. The exhaust valves from SuperTech. So hit up DP Race Parts one more time to see where they were, still on back order, and then I tried scoping around other websites and stuff like that, and nobody has them. I'm sure there's a couple people that I thought about after that probably would have had them, but it's too late now. Ended up hitting up 4Piston because I noticed on their website they had Ferrea 16,000 competition valves. I said 16,000, it's 6,000. Ferrea 6,000 competition valves. So I ordered both sides, got them right here. Intake and exhaust, so we're ready to go. So instead of SuperTech on the valves, we're running Ferrea. And they shipped out. I ordered them Monday of last week, and these I got them Friday. Was it Friday? I got these Friday. So I mean, coming from Indiana, I mean they came pretty quick. I'm not going to complain. They shipped out pretty quick, and I never canceled my order for the SuperTech one. So whenever they come in, if no one buys the intake valves, I guess I'll just have two sets. I mean, you never know in racing. I doubt I'm gonna bend these or mess them up in any way. Knock on wood. I mean, this isn't really wood, but it's kind of we don't. But I guess if that happens, we have another set. Maybe even build another head. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. But I don't know. We'll see. Now we also got from not 4Piston, but well, Tri-State. We got our drag cartel lower chain guide. Pretty much just protects the lower part of the chain. It's a nice pretty piece that you're never gonna see because it goes behind the timing cover. But it's one of those things that's nice to have just in case, because you're putting those motors through a lot of RPM, and that chain too. So it's a chain driven, not a belt driven. So you know, keeps it all in one place just in case something does happen. You know, it keeps it from whacking stuff that it shouldn't. Then we also have another important thing that goes behind the timing cover that you're never going to see unless you pull off the little cover for it. Tensioner. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Chain tensioner. I went with Inline Pro. Also K-Tune. I saw K-Tune Inline Pro. Well, Skunk 2. I was going to get the Skunk 2 one, but Skunk 2 was out of stock. And so I was like, for $10 less than the K-Tune one, I could just get the Inline Pro one. And I read reviews. I didn't just I was like, oh, that's cheaper, I'm going to get it. I did some research before I bought it, and sorry if I keep looking that way. Like it's like super windy now. All of a sudden it looks like it's gonna rain, so I'm trying to make this quick. And then so yeah, I went Inline Pro. I mean, I heard they're pretty good. I was reading some of the stuff. They use the same manufacturer as Honda, so in the same place that makes them. So it's pretty much OEM, like an OEM chain tensioner, but I think they beefed it up a little bit more. So got that. And then to keep the head attached to our block, we got our ARP head studs. Nothing crazy, not the L19 crazy like 1,000 horsepower ones. We're probably gonna be pushing, if I'm lucky, like 350. So yeah, they're just your normal basic head studs. It's nothing crazy. I mean, you know, nothing crazy. And I'm pretty sure these, if I'm not mistaken, like on the website it said B and K, so I think depending on which side you flip it to, it's it'll work for each application. Then they give you like all your information on torque spec and stuff like that. So we got those. So because I'm trying to get this motor done, I'm going to tell you why. I'm trying to get the car done in general. I'm going to tell you why in a second. And then we got one big piece. So you guys know I have my ITBs already, which is going to taken all the air, put it in the motor. Now we have to have the piece that gets rid of all the air and makes cool noises and hopefully will shoot flames if I'm on the two-step. And we have our K-Series hood exit from PLM, private label manufacturing. It's a nice piece. You can see the tubes progressively get bigger as they go up. Then they go to this nice big tube and then come out right there. So it is a hood exit. So we're gonna have to cut the carbon hood that's actually right here. So we're gonna have to cut that. Hopefully we don't have to modify the header at all because it's not necessarily for a DA. It's kind of just like one of those general universal headers. So we might have to modify it, we might not. We don't know yet. The only real company that makes a header for a DA is Myers, and that's like $1,600 that I was not trying to spend if I'm being honest, and this was $600. So I think it's on sale, but I don't know. I feel like every time I check the website it's on sale, but I think they said retail price is like $950, so $600 for really nice item. I mean, like, these are nice. I mean, they're a lot. I'm not gonna lie, they're a lot nicer than what I thought they were gonna be. They seem hot. I mean, they seem decent high quality. You got your bung for your O2 sensor already there, which we're running the Fuel Tech one, so that should be nice. But I mean, yeah, these things are pretty dope. Looks like you can see where they grinded the welds down. We might even make these a little bigger, depending on what we do with the head. And wow, almost fell. PLM gives you the gasket, and also they give you for your hood, so you know they don't catch it on fire. They give you the cutout piece to place on the hood, so that's pretty dope. Ow, and it's sharp. Yeah, I was telling my dad I might cut those off, and he's like, why? And I'm like, well, I already stabbed myself like twice. So, but I want to get the motor done on the car because next season for 2023, there's a new class, M1 class. And M1 is the fuel, VP M1, and they're coming out with a new class. It's the Clutch Masters all motor tour. Wow, I don't know, I can't talk. But it's the Clutch Masters all motor tour, and yeah, so I want to run it, and it seems pretty promising. It looks like Luke from 4Piston, which is where I got some of my parts from, that they're putting it together. Speaking of that, I just went on a whole tangent when I was saying all we need is for the motor. All I need for the motor is the head gasket, cam gears, and the ATI dampener for the harmonics. So you know we're not shaking everywhere, even though I probably won't, but still want to get that since we're now fully built versus stock block. But yeah, so all motor tour 2023. I want to compete. First round's in Bradenton, so we know the 4 rounds. They said there's a 5th round that they're still trying to confirm, but first round is Bradenton Motorsports Park, right? That's what it's called, Bradenton Motorsports Park, in Florida, Bradenton, Florida. That's first round in February. I believe it's Import Revolution. They said, I gotta remember, but Import Revolution. Then Maryland International Raceway in Maryland, of course. Then New Hampshire, which is it's New England Dragway, I'm pretty sure, New Hampshire, and then we're going back to Maryland. So that's 4 rounds. So Bradenton, Maryland, New Hampshire, then back to Maryland, and I don't know what the 5th round is yet. I think maybe it's another Florida round. I don't know if I'll have the car ready by then to make the Florida round. I mean, we have a lot of parts. It's just the point of putting them on, and I've been slacking. I think maybe in the next coming days, I don't know if tomorrow I have to do something tomorrow, but most likely Wednesday I'm gonna come out here, rip the whole front end off, and pull the doors off so we can start getting ready to take the glass out, get ready to make frames for the doors. I'm not gonna make them. I'm gonna have a fabricator, like a real fabricator, make them, which I'm having trouble finding, which is kind of hard to believe, you know. But have a fabricator make the frames for the doors, and you know, because we gotta make this car light. Because if we're gonna go compete with all these all motor M1 guys that have been doing this for a while, and some guys that are rookies just like me, but if we're gonna go compete, I have to have this car. I'd like to make it past the first round at least event, and also we even have to qualify if there's more than 16 cars. So we might have to cut her up. We're most likely we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut the car. It's kind of like one of those like, it's kind of sad because, you know, it's a clean car. This car's pretty clean, but we're gonna cut it because we gotta, I don't know what the minimum weight is yet, but I don't think with this body that we're gonna be anywhere near that, because we're still gonna have steel doors. Steel doors. We're still gonna have a fiberglass front end, where a lot of these guys have carbon doors. We have a carbon hatch and a carbon hood, but that's still not that much weight out the car. I mean, the hatch is a lot, but still. So we're gonna probably do like some cutting on the quarter panels and on the door. We're gonna cut the doors, so that's why I want to take the front end off so we can pull the doors off, because on these cars, and also my front end utilizes the holes for the hinges on the doors for the bars, so that's where the fender mounts up to. So we gotta take all that off, and then so we can pull the doors off. So yep, that's the plan for 2023. Hopefully compete in All Motor Tour. And basically what they're trying to do, it's not like its own event from what I'm getting. It's basically they're taking the class and then inserting it into already pre-existing events. So like, if anybody who's watching knows about Pan American Nationals, even though Chris Miller puts on that event and Chris Miller Racing puts on that event, basically it's like Luke would be like, hey, you know, I know you don't have, because what happened with the whole thing with CMR is that like there wasn't enough on motor cars showing up, so they just got rid of the class completely. And like a lot of those guys were either running bracket that showed up with those cars just went to bracket, or they were Chris Sellers, he put a smaller motor in his car so he could run 1050, and then he put the big motor back in because I think he's racing World Cup. But so basically it'd be like, hey, can I take my class and put it in your event? Because All Motor Tour has its own sponsors, its own deal going on. Like the head sponsor is Clutch Masters, so it's the Clutch Masters All Motor Tour. Then you have Humble Performance, PPG, what else? Drag Cartel, Ramey Racing, like all those sponsors already, and like they're sponsoring like a lot of awards. So like farthest driven, Rookie of the Year, what else? There was another one. I gotta look, but there's a lot of different rewards. So like if you come out, like if I go all the way to Florida, granted there's a lot of guys from Connecticut, so if anybody lives above me from where I live, they're gonna get the furthest driven, unless some dude from California comes, but which is a possibility still. But or I'm thinking seeing some dudes in Vermont probably have run motor cars. So if anybody in Vermont or any states above us, above Connecticut, like I'm not gonna win it, but it is what it is. And then there's contingency, so I'm assuming like whatever sponsor the event, and if you have the sticker on their car, on your car, you know, you're gonna get some money back for that. Depending, I don't know if you have to necessarily win, or depending on how far you get, they might give you a little something. But for the most part, like a lot of the sponsors that are on this event, I have a lot of their parts, like Drag Cartel. I have Drag Cartel cams. I have Drag Cartel parts on my motor. I'm sure Ford Piston is gonna sponsor, and I mean they are already. You know, I got Ford Piston. I got my valves from Ford Piston. I'm gonna get their cam gears, because they have really nice cam gears with like a lot of adjustment points on them. And then we also have, what else do I have? PPG gears. I have PPG gears on the car, so first and second. So, but they never gave me a sticker, so I don't know. But yeah, you know. But FCS, I think FCS sponsoring something too. I'm looking down there, looking at my fuel cell. So I have the SCS fuel cell. You know, there's a lot of different sponsors sponsoring the class. So it looks promising. A lot of the racers look excited for it. I'm excited for it because, you know, when like CMR took All Motor out of their event, I was kind of like, whoa, because, you know, a lot of my friends go to the CMR events, and I was like, well, what am I supposed to run? I mean, yeah, I could put the car in 1050, but if my car runs faster than 1050, I don't know. I don't want to let off. And I understand, like, you know, I know it's a competitive class, but like for me, like, even though like I get it's competitive and like it's a really fun class from what I see, I'll just love to run this car all out and not have to be like, all right, so like now I have to let off at the 1,000 foot so I could not hit a number. That's just me. But so when that happened, I was like, damn. So now that this popped up, I think it's gonna be sick, because now it involves a lot. I mean, it involves traveling. So like some people, you know, might not be able to travel to certain spots. The furthest is Florida, from what I see, and most of it's up here, or close to up here. I mean, Maryland's 6 hours from where I live. And then New Hampshire, I'm not sure. I think my dad said it's like 4 hours because he's gone 4 hours or something like that. So, I mean, it's not that bad, but you know, hopefully, I'm pushing to get this car done for sure. But yeah. So in the next coming weeks, there'll probably be a video. I mean, not coming weeks, probably in the next couple of days, there'll be a video of me taking this whole front end off, pulling the doors off. I don't know if I'll start cutting them in that video because I still got to pull the glass off. And I was practicing on another set of doors I had just to see because they're already off. And unfortunately, we had a fire at the house, and nothing in the garage. Luckily, it was close, but nothing in the garage got hit, and so those doors are destroyed. I mean, they're not completely destroyed. They might be able to be fixed, but the glass is broken, so I don't even know how to take the glass out. Yeah, so like everything, there's a lot of stuff in that tent that caught on fire. Like one of my dad's fiberglass fenders for his car caught on fire. I mean, it's gone, disintegrated. Anything fiberglass that catch on fire is gone. Like if it wasn't metal in that tent, it's gone. So unfortunately, we lost like a couple things. Nothing too crazy, nothing too important for the cars. And there was other people's stuff in there too. Like Savi's dad had some stuff in there. I think Savi even had some stuff in there. My friend Carlito had a motor in there. A lot of RX-3 parts. There was a lot of just parts in there that unfortunately, you know, got hit and warped. So hopefully they could be straightened out. I've never had parts catch on fire. So I'll pull these doors off and, you know, see how the glass comes out. If anything, if it makes it easier, start cutting it and then somehow, hopefully, it'll just fall out. I mean, not fall out. I know it's not how that's going to work. But, you know, hopefully I'll just start taking stuff off and, you know, we'll pull it out. I was trying to do it on the other ones, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm trying to push this car, man. I'm really trying to get it done. I've been slacking, and like now this all motor tour thing's got me motivated again because, you know, it seems like it's going to be popular. It seems like there's going to be a lot of cars. It's going to be a competitive field. You know, for all I know, I might travel to all these tracks, not even qualify, and if I do qualify, I could get eliminated first round. It's a heads-up class, and these cars are fast. They're no joke. I mean, these cars are clocking like anywhere from a high 9 to like a 940, I think is the personal best in like the M1 class is the record. So like high 10s may cut it if I get lucky, but like we got to run 9s. So we got to lighten up the car, see what we can do, and you know, hopefully compete. I mean, I'm going to be a rookie. I don't expect to go out there and like win right away or even win in like my first year or maybe my first couple years, but like if I could go compete and like go a couple rounds, I'll be happy for sure. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to ramble on too long because this video is already 18 minutes. I'll probably edit it down, of course. But yeah, tomorrow I'm busy, so I won't be in the garage. But for sure, Wednesday I want to come in here and get the car rolling. Because even the transmission still has to be done too. But like I have everything for that. So except for the clutch, we still need a clutch. And I think I'm also gonna get a hydraulic throwout bearing to help with the strain gauge and all that. So, but besides that, I think I'm done for now, guys. So thanks for watching, and look out for my next video, hopefully in the next couple days.